Good morning, everyone. In the last class, we talked about the cardiac cycle. The next one is electrical activity of the heart, that is, mechanical activity of heart or a cardiac cycle we studied. So, the next one is electrical activity of the heart. So, the recording of potential fluctuation of myocardial fibers at the surface of the body. That means, so whatever the electrical activity which is taking place in the heart can be recorded by using a instrument called electrocardiography. Okay. So myocardial fibers means the heart fibers. Okay, myocardium or myocardial fibers. So there is a fluctuation of potentials. Okay, potentials fluctuation is taking place. So these fluctuations can be recorded by placing a electrode on the surface of the body. Okay, by placing electrode on the surface of the body. So coming to definition, electrocardiogram is the surface recording of the summated electrical activity from the heart. Okay, activity from the heart for each beat or during a cardiac cycle. Okay, by placing a surface electrodes. That means, so electrical activity, that means the impulses which is producing by the SA node. So these impulses can be recorded by a summated means summation together. Okay, so of this electrical activity of the heart during each beat or a cardiac cycle, we can be recorded. Okay, so coming to so why we can record these electrical activities? So because our body is a volume conductor, it will conduct the electrical activity of the heart all over the body for each beat. So that means by placing an electrode on the surface, right, on the surface, on the chest surface, we are placing the electrode. So we are placing the electrode or a leads, okay, LEADS, leads, on the surface of the chest, right? But that electrode can pick the electrical activity in the heart because our body is a volume conductor. Volume conductor, understood? So volume conductor means, so our body can conduct the electricity, right? If you keep your finger on the electrical board, so what will happen? Our body, you will get a shock. So electric current will pass on your body because our body is a volume conductor, good conductor of electricity because of the presence of a blood. So blood is a fluid, right? So body, different compartments are there. So in there the body fluids are present. Okay, so if there is a fluid is there, so water content, the electrical current will pass. The same thing will happen in our body because our body is a volume conductor. So if you keep the electrodes over the any parts, so if you keep on the brain, so that also, that will pick the electrical activity, so and can be recorded. So instrument which is used for recording the ECG is called electrocardiograph. Okay, so electrocardiograph is an instrument, so that will produce a waves, that you can record the waves, that is called electrocardiogram. So this instrument amplifies the electrical signals. That means amplification means increasing, so that whatever the electrical activity is very small, very minute amplitude, you can't see. So this instrument will amplify those signals that easily you can see the waves of ECG. So first, before starting ECG, the important thing is you should know the procedure. Okay, so little bit about the instrument and the leads. Okay, so electrocardiograph instrument which record the electrical signals on a millimeter graph paper at a speed of 25 millimeter per second. So that means, so there is a ECG graph paper is there. So this is the ECG graph paper. So in this paper you can see so this horizontal axis represents the seconds or time. Okay, so you can see the paper speed. The paper should move at 25 mm per second. So per second this is 25 mm. Okay, so it has to move 25 mm speed. Okay, so this represents the vertical axis, represents the amplitude. So amplitude means the height. Okay, amplitude means the height. So I will tell later those things. Okay. So instrument record the electrical signals on a millimeter graph paper at a speed of 25 mm per second. There are two methods of recording. One is the bipolar or standard limb leads. So limb. So you can understand limb means hands and leg. Okay, so that means these leads are placing over the limb, that is bipolar limb leads. Okay, so just remember bipolar limb leads, unipolar chest leads. Okay, unipolar, this is chest leads. So that is unipolar chest leads are placed over the chest. Okay, bipolar leads are placed over the limb. So hands and leg. Clear? Bipolar, unipolar. Next, coming to the bipolar. What is bipolar? Bipolar. So that means here there is a two active electrodes are present. Okay, two active electrodes. So coming to lead, there are three leads: lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3. Okay, so that it is like one instrument is there. So that is electrocardiograph. To that 3 bipolar leads are arises. So you have to place it over different limbs. Okay, so lead 1, lead 2, suppose. So this is like this. Okay, so this is lead 3. Now coming to where to connect these leads, you will see. Okay, where to connect. The first limb lead 1 is connecting between your right arm and left leg. Okay, right arm and left leg. Limb 2 is connected to right arm, left foot. Lead 3 is connected left arm and left foot. So this lead 1 will record the potential difference between the right arm and left arm. Lead 2 records the potential difference between right arm and left foot. Lead 3 records the left arm and left foot. So you can see here lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3. Okay. So if you remember like this, so right arm, this is right arm, this is left arm, right? So between right arm and left foot is a lead 1. Okay. Is lead 1, right arm and left arm. Between right arm and left leg or left foot is lead 2. So triangle, if you remember as a triangle is good. Okay. So between left arm and left leg is lead 3. So it is a bipolar. So 2 poles. One is this, one is this for lead 3rd. One is the left arm and left leg is for lead 3. Bipolar, 2 poles it has. Clear? Bipolar. So bipolar limb leads are having 2 recording electrodes. In that, lead 1 is connected to your right arm and left arm. Lead 2nd is connected to right arm and left leg, and lead 3 is connected to left arm and left foot. Next, unipolar recording. In a unipolar, so only one unipolar. Uni means one. Okay. So only one active electrode is present. Okay. Only one active electrode. So another one is there, that is kept it for zero potential. So that is only one recording electrode. So one VL is, L means left arm, one is connected to left arm, another one is VF is connected to left foot, and VR is connected to right arm. Okay, right arm. That is unipolar recording. So next, coming to the precordial limb leads, precordial leads or chest leads. So these are V1 to V6. Okay. So it is placed near the heart, V1 to V6. You can see here, these are unipolar leads, VR, VL and VF. Then chest leads are like this. Okay, V1, this is V1 to V6. So V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. So like this they are connecting. Okay, that is chest leads. So in this, so just remember what is electrocardiogram, okay, and which are the leads we are using. So one is the bipolar limb leads, unipolar limb leads and chest leads. Okay, so also called unipolar chest leads. So in the bipolar limb leads there are 3. lead 1, lead 2, lead 3 is enough. Okay, then unipolar limb leads are VR, VF, VL. Unipolar chest leads or precordial chest leads are V1 to V6, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. That is enough. Okay, understood? Next time into normal ECG. So now you are connecting all the electrodes and all the electrodes to the limbs and chest leads you are put. Now you have to see the electrical activity of the heart. So it will record the potential differences between the two leads. So that potential differences can be recorded. It will appear as a wave. Okay, so normal waves first we will see. So normal ECG, normal waves are this ECG recording for all practical purpose. We are taking the ECG recorded from the standard bipolar limb lead 2. Okay, for consideration. If you go for any clinical or any practicals if you are doing, so that time we are taking the ECG recording from the standard bipolar limb lead second. Okay. So if the question is draw ECG from bipolar limb lead second, that means you have to write this only. Okay. The first wave is P wave. So you can see here. So P wave. So this is isoelectric line, means there is no negative or positive wave. So if the wave is going up, that is positive wave. So that is the P wave. The first one is P wave. Next is a small deflection, you can see here. Okay, so it is a negative wave, it is coming down, so that is Q wave. Then it is going very high, that is R wave. Then down it is a negative wave, it is a S wave. So together we call it a QRS complex. Okay, QRS complex. Then come to the T wave. Okay, so then after that there is a small upward deflection, it's a U wave. Okay, so together P Q R S T U wave. Okay, P Q R S T, you have to remember, that is very important. Okay, at least you have to write all these. So understood? So this is the isoelectric line, then there is a P wave, then baseline, then it is going down, then up, that is R wave, T wave, then small U wave. Okay, so these are the ECG waves, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Understood? Okay, so between, so as I told, so this represents the time, right? So between P wave and R wave, so you can see here called PR interval. Okay, so between the time gap between the P and R, time interval from the beginning of P wave to beginning of R wave are called PR interval. Then the time interval between the beginning of Q wave and T wave, okay, T wave are called QT interval. So why I am telling these intervals? So the intervals is also very important, because there is a block, conduction block, or any blockage in the heart, so that because of the difference in these timings, so that will represents the disease conditions. Okay, so I will tell later those things. First we will see the P wave. P wave is a positive wave, so because it is going like this, right? So it is a positive wave. So this is isoelectric base. So isoelectric base is always 0. So when it is waves are going up, so this is +1, +2, +3, right? So if it is going down, that become -1, -2, -1, -2, like this. Understood? So now your recording is started. The P wave will appear, it is going up, so it is positive wave. Clear? Next, amplitude. So amplitude means this height, this dome shaped height. Okay, amplitude. So amplitude is also very important. So that is 0.1 to 0. Or just you write 0.2 millivolts. Okay, 0. Just remember 0.2 millivolts are the amplitude. Okay, 0.2 millivolt is the amplitude. Next come to the cause. So why this P wave appear? That is because atrial depolarization. Okay, due to atrial depolarization. So always when you writing the waves, so first the P wave is a positive wave. The duration means how long it will appear. Okay, so time 0.1 second. Next the height, that means the amplitude is 0.2 millivolts. Then cause, why it appear, why the P wave is appear, that is mainly due to atrial depolarization. Okay, so why the atrial depolarization appear? Okay, so why the first I will tell you what is depolarization. Okay, so detail I will tell in the nerve muscle class. Okay, just I will tell what is depolarization and repolarization. Okay, depolarization and repolarization. Now this is a cell in your all the parts of the body. The cells are present like that in the muscle also, like that in the cardiac muscle also, the myocytes or cardiac cells. Okay, so this is one cardiac cells in a resting condition. In a resting condition, that means when it is not receive any stimulus, when it is not receive any stimulus, the cells are in resting condition. Okay, so this resting condition is maintained by mainly the ions. Okay, mainly by ions. Ions understood, right? Calcium, potassium, magnesium, those things. Okay, sodium, so mainly the sodium. Okay, so these ions maintain the resting condition. Some potentials are there. Okay, we call the membrane potentials. Understood? The ions maintain the resting membrane potential by balancing the ions between inside the cell and outside the cell. Okay, these ions maintain the balance the membrane potential. So by inside and outside. So outside what is there? Outside the fluid is there, intracellular fluid. Okay, this is a cell. Outside is fluid is there, intracellular. All our cells are present like this. Okay, so that we call the intracellular fluid. Intracellular fluid, that means inside the cellular fluid. Okay, outside, so inside is the intracellular fluid and also outside is there fluid, that is extracellular fluid. Understood? So just remember, in our body tissue the cells are present. So these cells are maintaining a potential. Okay, so potential is very important. So that is a membrane potential. We call it as a membrane potential or resting membrane potential. This resting membrane potential is achieved by ions. Okay, now the fluid, these ions are present. Okay, so these ions are present inside the cellular fluid, that is intracellular fluid, the red color one, and extracellular, outside also the fluid is present. So there also the ions are present. Okay, extracellular fluid. This much understood, right? Intracellular fluid and extracellular fluid. Okay, so I will show like this. This is intracellular fluid compartment, or this is extracellular fluid. Okay, this is inside the cell, this is outside the cell. Now, so inside the cellular fluid, there are so many ions are present, but mainly the potassium, here the negative ions is more. Okay, so I will not tell which ions, what type of ions, just I will tell. So inside the cell the negative ions is more. Okay, compared to outside. So outside the positive ions are more. Understood? So inside the cell the negative ions are more. Outside the cell the positive ions are more. Okay, so this is always maintained. Okay, So this ionic balance is always maintained. That is called resting membrane potential. Okay, resting membrane potential. Then inside is negative, outside more positive ions. Inside more negative ions, outside positive ions. This ion difference is maintained in the resting condition. Resting condition understood when the cells is not receiving any stimulation. Understood? There is no stimulation. This inside the negative, outside positive is maintaining. Whenever the cell receive the stimulation, now one stimulation. So here in the heart, so it is SA node is generating the impulse, that is one stimulation. Okay, so when the SA node send the impulse to the atrial muscle, okay, send the impulses to the atrial muscle. So in the conducting system, remember the conducting system of the heart. So from the SA node, it start discharge the impulse that is going to the atrial muscles. So when the atrial muscle receive the stimulation, suppose this is the atrial muscle, okay, this is atrial muscle, this receive the stimulation from SA node, it is receiving the stimulation. So what will happen? The inside become more positive ions, okay, more positive ions, outside become, compared to outside become negative, more negative. Both are present, positive and negative are present both outside and inside the cells, but the amount of positive ions will be increasing inside the cell. So that we call it as depolarization. Understood? That we call it as depolarization. It's a little bit difficult to understand. Okay, so just remember, in a cell the fluid is present inside the cell, we call it intracellular fluid. So all our ions, the hormones, nutritions, everything is present in that fluid. Okay, so outside also, inside also. So exchange of these things are taking place between the, it is a barrier is present, the cell membrane is a barrier. Okay, so through that barrier the exchange of these things are taking place, nutrition, ions, everything. Okay, so mainly we are talking about only the ions. So ions are important to maintain the potentials. Okay, so maintain the potentials, electric potentials. So these potentials, the negative ions are present more inside the cells. Okay, negative ions are present more inside the cells compared to outside extracellular fluid. Okay, that is called resting membrane potential. So whenever the cell is not receiving any type of stimulation. Now in this case, the SA node is generating its own impulse, that is a stimulation. Okay, the SA node stimulating the atrial muscle by giving a impulse, the electrical potential difference will be changes. So there is a difference will changes. More positive ions will move inside the cell. Okay, whenever the impulse will reach the atrial muscle, more impulses are, more ions, positive ions are moving inside the cell. So now inside the cell more positive compared to outside, that is called depolarization. Here the atrial muscle get depolarizing, so it is called atrial depolarization. So now only I will tell what is repolarization. So after depolarization, so immediately there is a repolarization. Re means so going back. That means all the positive ions is coming outside. So inside become more negative. Okay. So that is called repolarization. So P wave represents the spread of impulse from SA node to atrial muscle. So you can see, so this is the signal. So how the it will start. So this is the signal. Okay. So SA node is producing the signal. So now you can see here this one. Slowly when it receives the signal, these muscles are slowly getting depolarized. Okay. So you can see here. See all the all the atrial muscle is getting depolarized. Okay. So like that, when it is slowly this it is coming. So these are the atrial muscles. Okay. So when it receives the impulse, slowly all this part is getting depolarized. The same thing they are showing. Okay. So here all part get depolarized. So depolarized means inside the cell become more positive, because positive ions are moving inside. Okay, when it receives the stimulation. This orange color is showing the depolarization. So whenever the depolarization is taking place, so here the P wave, slowly the P wave is recording. Okay. So after that it is going to SA node to AV node, then ventricular, so other part. So I will tell in the next class. Okay. So P wave, so just you have to remember the seconds. So duration, amplitude and cause. So cause is very important. So this much is enough. Okay. So the duration is 0.1 second, the amplitude is 0.2 millivolts, and it is the cause is due to depolarization of atrial muscle. So it represents the spreading of impulses from the SA node to atrial muscle. Understood? Okay. So I will stop here only. Thank you.